Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. This channel is devoted to helping you with your overall spiritual wellness through tarot, the downloads I receive from my guides, a little bit of astrology, and mediumship, and my clairvoyance. So I combine all of those to really try to bring you the best information to help you navigate your own spiritual wellness. So today is Twin Flame Tuesday. So if you are a twin flame, there is something in this message for you. Before I get started, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you for being here. All of the people who have supported my work throughout my journey, thank you for your support. If you find something valuable in my content, if you wouldn't mind liking this video, sharing it with somebody you know that might be interested in their spiritual wellness, as well as if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, that helps to get my videos into the YouTube algorithm. This is the only platform that I really use, and I like to be able to get these videos out to more and more people. If you resonate with this, or you're having some unsettled energy during this time, please reach out for a personal reading. My contact information is in the description box. Remember, I don't ever reach out to you. I don't ever offer readings and solicit readings via email or contact you through my YouTube channel. If you need a reading and you feel like I am the frequency match for you, please reach out to me. All right, so we're going to start with this twin flame reading. I'm going to use Rumi as always. Rumi, very profound twin flame in my opinion. A lot of his writings resonate with twin flames. Okay, that one stayed on. Those two stayed on the deck. We're going to take both of them. If you've been on my channel, if the card stays on the table when I pick up the deck, there's a message. Celestial Rose of Ma and the Dissolving Light. Okay, this is interesting because when I was in the pre-shuffle of the masculine energy, the deck, and I'll tell you the decks I use in just a minute, I saw the Sun card that really resembles this. I may pull that card, but it's the Dissolving Light. And then for the feminine, it's a 10 card Celestial Rose. Now it's interesting that I chose to use the Rose Oracle for the feminine energy. Now I'm going to look up the Celestial Rose of Ma, and just to pull out, I don't ever read everything, but I want to pull out what jumps out at me. The spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and the opening up of a time of new opportunity, a flourishing and a thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. It is a gift wrought worth having. So then the sticking point is not the value of the gift. The sticking point, the place where one can stumble and place hands on the ground to break a fall rather than to open them to receive, is in the thorn. The thorn is the point of pain. It is what tears at you, but is essential for you to receive the rose. Okay, your thorn may be the love you need to let go of now. And that truly, truly resonates with me. I hope it does with you as well. All right, so the thorn is the love that you need to let go of now. And let's pull from the Twin Flame Ascension, see what's going on in the masculine energy, what stage or life lesson they're learning, where they are in their ascension, alignment, their relationships, or whether they're receiving some activations. And I'll pull the same for the feminine, and then one in the center for the connection. So this Dissolving Light, that's a 3 card. That's a catalyst energy. It is the light shining on something, requiring it to be visible, illuminated for the incoming change. So they are taking responsibility. They are acknowledging this is a life lesson. They're starting to acknowledge where they have had patterns of behavior before that have kind of derailed the connection and other connections that they experience in this lifetime. I feel like they're starting to reflect back on their life, and that's the illumination. For the feminine, healing separation. This is going within. This is letting go of the love that you need to let go of for right now so that you can focus on your healing. That's the activation that the Divine Feminine is receiving, is healing. I'm going to pull a chakra card at the end of this reading, so stay tuned to the end. It's actually going to tell you where you might need to do some healing work in that chakra. Then we have the High Priest, personal empowerment. Feels like the Hierophant card. And this is about the relationships. So in the connection, each twin is going through a personal empowerment stage. The masculine is doing kind of like a life review, looking back over some of the patterns of behavior, possibly the abandonment issues. Remember, the masculine energy has a lot of trauma that keeps them from really embracing their emotions. They live in a lot of fear-based energy because of their trauma, the levels of hurt that they have experienced in this lifetime. They tend to keep their emotions very secluded. And so they have been programmed to shut it down, shut it out. You know, if I start to feel something that I'm uncomfortable with, there's been very little practice for the masculine to become comfortable with unsettling emotions. So what they do is they just shut it down, push it away, and so therefore they deny themselves that experience. The Divine Feminine has done that as well, but she's more of the, I'm going to start to embrace it so that I can bring it forward, heal it, and let it expand within me to help me grow. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts of the Divine Masculine energy I am using. Okay, so the Rumi Oracle, the Twin Flame Ascension. This is the Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. And then for the Tarot for the Divine Masculine, I am going to use the Psychic Tarot, and that is by John Holland. So let's get to the nuts and bolts. Overarching energy is they're starting to shine light on their past experiences, doing a life review because they don't want to keep living the same cycle. But there has to be some sort of change. That's the 3 energy. That's the catalyst. The 5 energy is when the change is actually implemented. But with the 3, it's like this is the divine spark that says something's got to give. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. They have decided at this point they are wanting to be joyful. They want to release some of the heavy energy and just embrace joyful energy and just kind of let life take them where it's meant to be. It's almost like they're trusting the universe. Okay, we got 3 cards. I didn't intend for those. But Voyage of the Heart. So we have something about the focusing on the journey. It's almost like they're taking a stock in the past and saying, you know what, that really was a killjoy to my journey. I wasn't able to embrace the joy of my journey because I was so dealing with some trauma. So now I am going to focus on just being in the flow. I'm going to let life take me where it's meant to be. They're trusting. They are starting to trust. Now, they don't necessarily trust other people because they've been let down and betrayed and hurt and abandoned and, you know, emotionally scarred from that. But they're saying, you know, if I can't trust people, I'm going to trust. It could be God, it could be the universe, could be whatever their belief system holds as a superior, intelligent power that kind of governs this universe. But it's all about love. And this is the tough part for them. Opening up to love. As much as they want to be loved, it terrifies them. Because love has not always been secure. Discovering the truth. I just came through like the root chakra. You stand in the light of truth. Now, I just posted a post on my social media this morning that if you have lost something or released something, it's because it wasn't your truth. And that you now have an opportunity to transform or rebuild in your authentic truth from your authentic self. And that is the only thing that is sustainable. and then follow your bliss. The whole energy here for the divine masculine is lightening up and starting to really embrace joy and start to be able to create this bubbling up of happiness that they have kind of held down for so long because of almost the fear of losing it. It's like if they felt it, they would lose it. It was vulnerable to loss. So let's pull some tarot. There is definitely some energy of them just kind of flowing with the journey, just starting to say wherever I end up is where I'm meant to be. And that's really good because they're surrendering to the divine plan. Okay, thank you guys. My guide, my guardian angel's name is Josephine, and I probably give her a run for my money. So I want to thank Josephine out loud. Thank you, Josephine. Oh yeah, new beginnings. There is the Fool card. They have closed a door behind them and now they are starting on a new journey. And this time they're going to do this journey with love and laughter and happiness and buoyancy instead of being weighed down by fear, anxiety. I'm hearing the word oppression. It's almost like they've been emotionally oppressed by others in their lives and they just haven't been able to experience their authentic emotions. Everything had to be guarded because of the vulnerability. But now we're starting with this fresh energy. Could be with this full moon in Aquarius that we just went through. There's some really powerful conjunctions going on, some T-squares and things. I listen to the astrology, but I can't remember, but I know it's affecting us all week. So yeah, it feels like this is a confrontation. Oh, look at this. This came out, the Star card. Hope. Look. Look, look, look. Look at how similar those two cards are. This is the light of hope. Two major arcana, powerful influences. So this full moon in Aquarius is kind of is all about liberation from the past cycles, from the past patterns of behavior. But they first had to become aware of it. Love begins. Feel like this is their first step in self-love, valuing themselves, starting to authentically love from a place of healing instead of fear or vulnerability. Because oftentimes when you feel vulnerable, there's this fear that just comes in and backfills. Because when you're vulnerable, you're afraid of being hurt. And this energy from this masculine is incredibly fearful of being hurt, especially by the intensity of the twin energies. Okay, see, there we are. There's the Emperor card. To me, the Emperor is they're starting to kind of take charge of their emotional life now. It's like, I'm going to find what truly fits me. Not people pleasing, not, trying to get people to love me by being overly kind or overly giving. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to start to take command of my life and rebuild from my truth. Okay, so I have the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is the status quo is really what was in the old cycle really wasn't working for them, and they couldn't figure out why. But now they're in this illumination stage, this awareness stage, where they're starting to look at what's happened. Is it things that I have done? Are decisions I have made? The people I have selected to be around? Is it the energies that I have embraced? Is it because I was afraid of love? I really feel like there's a big fear of being loved. There's a need and a want and a desire to feel loved, but at the same time, there is a fear. Prosperity begins. We have 2 aces for the divine masculine energy. That is powerful. New start, taking responsibility, acknowledging what went wrong, where mistakes were made because of fear. Patience. It's the Temperance card. That's the change card. This is the 5. It's a 14 card, which is a 5. This is the Catalyst card, the 3. And now we have the change, which is going to be, they're going to be a little more patient with themselves. They're going to be more patient with their connections, because they truly believe now, at this point in time in their lives, they really need to focus on what's real for them. And that full moon in Aquarius was be real. So they're really starting to be real with themselves. Take accountability, take responsibility, acknowledge the things, the patterns of behavior that have led them to this point, this pivotal point in their ascension, that they have to change something they're doing. And the something that they're doing is reacting out of fear, and their whole life has been built on the fear of abandonment. Yep. This is the 8 of Cups. It's emotional withdrawal. So you may have this pullback. You may feel the pullback of energy. You may feel some sadness welling up because you share their energy. So emotions are energy and motion, and that you're going to feel this great purging. I know this morning I had to do a meditation, not medication. I had to do a meditation, and I really had to release. I haven't cried in a long, long time, but I just cried during this meditation. I just broke down because I feel the heaviness. I feel this emotional, I feel the emotional hurt. I feel the vulnerability. I feel the fear, and I feel the need to change. And there's going to be an emotional withdrawal from the masculine while they go through this, because when you are in the flux of change, you are still very vulnerable. Okay, I told you that Sun card was going to come out, and there it is. I told you these two cards looked very similar. Look at this. Look at how much light energy is coming in for the masculine. That's healing. That's ascension. That's awareness. That is starting to embrace the light, the truth. The truth is the light. I'm going to leave those cards right there. Let's go over to the feminine. I'm going to use the Rose Oracle for the feminine energy. Remember, the feminine is healing, going within, so she may be pulling away a little bit. I'm using pronouns as he and she as in energies, not necessarily genders. Please don't confuse the two. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, and destiny. It is the card called Sophia. I'm going to pull another one. I definitely see womb energy here. Womb, not wound, but there's something that needs to be healed. And I feel like it's in, we'll pull the chakra card and find out, but the bud, potential promise, it's about to happen. Keep going. Okay, so there needs to be some healing on the divine feminine side. And she needs to go within. She needs to spend a significant amount of time reconnecting with self. I think that feminines, from my readings, got into this really, manifestation, really focused on creating abundance, getting, connecting with their passion and their purpose. But I feel like now in this new cycle, we've got to kind of retract a little bit and go back in and do a serious reconnection with self. So it's not so much about what we're manifesting on the outside. It's about what we're connected to with our inner self, our divine light, and that divine wisdom. And I really feel like there's something there that needs to be healed in the divine feminine. That, and I know if you watched my reading the other day, I definitely, discovered what that was for me. And I'll be honest, I thought that was done. But as you ascend, you kind of come back into the spiral and you revisit things to make sure that there isn't something that was kind of latent and not necessarily visible or feelable at the time you tried to heal it. But then as you go back through that spiral, you hit that point, that part again, and then it reactivates and it brings it to the surface. Okay, yeah, see, there's the Eight of Voices. There is something about feeling like, and for the Divine Feminine, what needs to heal is that she is not personally empowered in the connection, in being able to do anything in the connection. I'm feeling that very, very strongly because we have this personal empowerment. And it feels like the Divine Feminine really shifted her focus to the abundance, but now she's kind of reconnecting within, also to the twin energy. So she may be feeling a lot of pull, and she's feeling powerless because she knows that, you know, I can't really reach out. I can't be the chaser again. You know, I can't really do anything to help the Divine Masculine get to a point of healing so that the connection can be healed. It's almost like I don't know what to do, but I feel like, you know, there needs to be some sort of healing for the connection, but I don't know how to do it. Well, the first thing you need to do is heal yourself. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups over on that side. So that's love, emotions, and actions. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and it's, yeah, there's the Ten of Emotions. I'm really feeling like the Divine Feminine is looking for inner peace. And it's almost like, yeah, that's Temperance. She got the Temperance card too. I'll show you the difference in these two cards. The Temperance card for the Divine Feminine and the Temperance card for the Masculine. Look at the difference. The Divine Feminine is like, oh dear. Divine Masculine is just in this, there's a seed here in this card, and the seed has grown into a plant, and they have kind of, it's almost like they're marveling at the process. Now this plant looks like a peace lily, and then I'm getting an energy of the Divine Feminine wants peace in the connection. She wants to know that the connection is just peaceful, and that peace comes through healing. But I also feel like the Divine Feminine is tapped into the potential of the connection, and there's something melancholy about it, almost like a lost opportunity, like there was an expectation, and the denial of that expectation is where the pain is. Five of Emotions. We have the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups to me is, I think the Divine Feminine got into the focus on abundance as a distraction. There's the full moon. I feel like that's what needs to be revealed, is that there's the Ten of Pentacles. I think the manifestation phase of really focusing on the abundance, manifesting, using, you know, whatever strategy you use, law of attraction, law of assumption, however you're manifesting and creating and being in that Empress energy, I think now there's a hiccup. And I think the hiccup is with this full moon, it kind of revealed that part of that was a distraction. And now I think the Divine Feminine is trying to come back to the connection within, because she feels that just the manifestation isn't enough without the connection. I'm just being real. I'm just telling you the energies that I'm feeling. Yeah, there's the Ten of Voices. So we have the Ten of Emotions, the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Voices, but no Ten of Wands. And we saw the Ten of Wands the other day, But this is the realization that the focusing on the abundance was a distraction from, it was like trying to ascend beyond the connection. Like, I'm going to do this solo now. And now the realization is you can't. All right. I'm going to pull one more card for the feminine, and that is the Page of Voices. I feel like maybe this video was the explanation that you needed. I'm just getting that sense. All right, for the connection, I'm going to pull a card here. Two of Cups. Yep, it's about coming back to the connection. For the masculine, suffering in silence. It's a Nine of Wands. They have suffered in silence for a long, long time. And that has influenced the connection. And I think that's why the feminine kind of distracted herself with the abundance and really connecting to her passion, her purpose, was because the weight of the suffering from the masculine she was kind of repelling that. I'm going to pull another one for the masculine. Wonder what they're suffering from. I mean, this is the release of suffering. I think they're really trying to release the suffering. I don't see the Ten of Wands yet, so hasn't quite completed. But the Nine of Wands this is the next step, is they got to finally release that suffering. Oh, there's the Empress. My nose is itching. I don't know what that means spiritually. There's something here, and I'm just going to tell you what's coming through, is if you see this Empress, it almost looks like a profile picture. And it's almost like they open their social media and there is the Divine Feminine's profile picture, and it's almost like a wham. Like there's her face, and I can't get away from it. It's interesting. Okay, let's pull from the Lovers, and then I'll pull from the Chakra. All right, these two cards stayed on the table when I picked up the deck. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is a higher purpose to the events of your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I feel like that's definitely masculine energy. If you've been on my channel any great length of time, you know that the white dove is symbolic of twin flame energy for me. And then we have these white dove wings bringing peace. There's the olive branch. So through their release of the suffering, this is what brings peace to the connection. That all just came together, didn't it? All right, let's get started. Let's pull soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Look how the Divine Feminine is looking up at the Divine Masculine. And the light that's between them, behind them, that is the light of truth. That is the light that's being revealed to the Divine Masculine right now, is the light of truth. And that's why that devastation phase happened, because whatever they released was not their truth. Whatever, the Tower moment was, we've seen that in the readings, that none of that was their truth. And now when they reveal their truth, when the truth is revealed to them, they can rebuild authentically based upon their truth. And I feel like that's where they are. They're starting the rebuilding process, and they want to rebuild from a place of happiness and joy as opposed to fear and suffering. This is a deep reading. I'm telling you. I'll do bottom of the deck in a minute too. secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Now, I'm going to tell you that there is a time coming where there will be a conversation with the masculine about feelings. I'm seeing it in all the readings, the astrology, and it feels like that's what is about to happen. It may happen for you in the physical. It may happen in the 5D. I don't know. It may just happen with you. You may have a truthful conversation with self. Okay, this is the chakra that we really need to focus on. I'm just going to pull one for the connection. The third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. Look at the light. I mean, does this not look like the cards? Look at all these cards of light. Look at the cards. I feel like the truth is about to descend upon the solar plexus, and I think I'm going to read that. Hold on. I'm going to read about the solar plexus chakra. I don't want to gloss over it because I feel like this is a critical component to the healing. Turned right to it. That's the 3 card. That's that catalyst. It's a fire element. The key word being I can. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area and just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, which is a major psychic reception area. To balance this chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, and movement, or breath work with color, and the color being yellow. Be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment. Didn't we have that card here? Empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. So this is all about empowerment. All right, let's do bottom of the deck. We'll start with the Lovers. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. Okay. I don't know if that just took your breath away, but it sure did mine. I mean, I'm feeling like, wow, almost nausea. Remember your identity. You can do it. From the Twin Flame Ascension. Remember your identity. Your soul identity. Merciful Mother Jamal, which is a 44 card. I do believe that's a master builder. Goes right along with this reading. For the masculine, energy's coming in, joy and delight. Open your heart. I told you it's all about being in this buoyant, joyful energy, creating from a place of joy, which they have not ever done before. Everything has been created from a place of fear. Fulfillment of wishes. 9 of emotions. All right, for the feminine, the Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, and be gentle with yourself. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable and unsettling as you tap back in to the connection after being detached for so long. Just remember to keep yourself very balanced. Knight of Voices. This is Knight of Swords. Could be happening pretty quickly. All right. Give yourself the opportunity for clarity. That is the reading for the twin energies today. Thank you for being here. Again, please subscribe to my channel. My channel is growing, and I thank you. Check out some of my other videos. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a plethora of information there. Just scroll through the titles. Something will jump out at you, and it's a message you need to hear for your spiritual wellness. And that's the whole purpose of this channel. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much. And I cannot wait to see you again soon. Namaste.